ask you a question. Has this ever happened to you before? 1 minute you're lively, you're happy, you're excited, you're jumping from one place to another, and then the next minute, I mean, your mood just drops, right? And you cannot explain why, right? Anyways, today our conversation is on understanding mood swings. So let us join Niberu Oluwadamilola. He is a psychologist to help us, to walk us through this mood swings, to make us understand better why we often have all of these mood swings and even what causes these mood swings. And he's already here live, virtually actually, with us today. Hello, good morning, Oluwadamilola.
Good morning.
It's good to have
Hello.
you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm honored.
Okay, so I mean, a lot of people, right? We experience mood swings every now and then. 1 minute we're happy, the next minute we're not. Can you help us understand why this is? And perhaps you can start with what is mood swings or what are mood swings and what causes these mood swings?
Okay. Well, mood swing is not new, and I think it's an everyday term
Okay.
for everybody. So I'll start by saying mood swings. Mood swing is a common term used to like describe rapid and intensely fluctuating emotions when you switch from one emotion to the other. So let me define this. Well, it can be defined as a roller coaster of feelings from happiness and commitment, or should I say contentment, to anger, inability, irritability, and depression.
Mm.
Should I come again with the definition?
No, it's good, really. It's good. Okay, well, I would like
So,
to know what causes them though.
well, causes could be what we as psychologists refer to biopsychosocial causes, ranging from the
Biopsychosocial
biological
causes,
causes
okay?
to the psychological causes and the
Mm.
social causes. Now, the biological causes would mean the changes in the hormonal balance,
Mm.
hormonal imbalance, the changes in should I say the central nervous system, the
Okay.
peripheral nervous system, changes in the brain, particularly. Let me put it that way. So that's like the biological causes. So, for example, you might be having headache,
Okay.
migraine. That can cause a mood swing. No, maybe not permanent. Maybe for that particular time because you're feeling that's internal. Do you understand? Like you're feeling very, very down. You're having
Yes.
headache. So that can cause it. That's a biological example. Now, I mentioned biopsychosocial. Don't
Yeah,
forget. Now we are going to the
biopsychosocial.
psychological aspect.
Okay.
Now, I talked about from the definition, I pinpointed something about emotions.
Yes.
That is a psychological problem.
Mm.
We all should tend to understand our emotions and be able to control them. So, what
Sure.
can cause this psychological? What can be this psychological cause? Things like cheating, relationship problems. I
Mm.
say, I don't know if you get, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I understand. I'm with you.
So relationship problems, things that can actually hinder your cognitive balance. You're
Mm.
not thinking well. So that might cause a mood swing. Psychological reasons like parental pressure.
Mm.
I don't know if you get parental pressure. All these things can cause mood swings. You cannot concentrate, you cannot focus properly on anything just because of what you left at home.
Mm.
This could affect maybe should I say a divorce or something. All these things are psychological reasons, they're psychological causes that can really alter our mood swings. Now the social has to do with the environmental factors. What are the environmental factors? Peer pressure,
Mm.
like I said, that's friends. School, home, that's a factor.
Yes.
That's family structure. Like we can talk about the effect of family structure on academic performance of each and every student. So, like all these things are the social factors. Environment should there's this I don't know how to put it. There's this research that was conducted
Okay.
that they were trying to test for, how would I put it? parental pressure on the academic performance of
Oh.
adolescents. Do you understand? So I'm trying to say that the social causes, there's this nature nurture debate, nature versus nurture. Like, are we affected by biological things, or we are affected by the social things? Okay, when we have genetics, we have genes that
Yes.
have been transmitted from parents to offsprings. Are you
Okay.
telling me that they determine what we do, or the environment that we find ourselves determines our behavior? So what alters mood swing is actually that genetic factor, the genetic material, the characteristics that are transferred from parents to offsprings that is affecting mood swing, or the social aspect of it. Like, is it the environment? Is it your parents? Is it your lecturers? Is it your friends? Do you understand? So all these are social factors that has to be. So the cause can be drawn back and drawn down to biopsychosocial causes, which is a factor that should be considered.
Okay, now speaking of the social factor, now we have a disorder called the social disorder, and I believe this is hereditary, right? Perhaps a parent has high depression or experience anxiety, at a particular stage of their life, and would you say that this can actually be gotten from the parent, most especially when the parent has probably suffered from social disorder?
Okay. First off, I would like to clarify something.
Okay.
When we talk about heredity, it's not necessarily that you can inherit something only biologically.
Okay.
It is possible to inherit stuffs socially. Okay, for example, you might be somebody that I really idolize a lot, that I model. There's something we call social learning theory. That you're somebody like I like a lot, and I model. I watch you on TV. I want to be like you. That means I have learned and I've inherited that part of you. That is heredity.
Okay.
So that is a social inheritance. But biologically, we have to talk about genetics, the predisposition. In biology, there's something we refer to as mitosis and meiosis. If you remember vividly, if a parent cell splits into two, that is called fission. There is a nucleus that has to split into two so that it will form a daughter cell. So if a mother cell splits into two, it splits into two equal halves. So now I can practically say that things can be inherited socially at the same time biologically. So it is possible for mood swing to be hereditary, to be inherited. Yes. Sorry.
And how long are these mood swings known to last for? I'm even talking about the normal ones now. Like, is there a specific time that it's meant to last? And for those that are inherited, what can be done about it? How can they, walk through these mood swings? Because definitely it will affect everything that they do. So how can they walk through it? And for those that it's pretty much normal, how long are they known to last for?
Good question.
Okay.
Well, we should understand that this can vary from person to person.
Sure.
Now, our personalities are different.
Sure.
And how we tackle things, how we perceive and tackle things are different. Now, mood swings could last for a couple of minutes. And for some people, it could last for weeks. For weeks. Now, there are different solutions to it.
Okay.
Like I said, it varies from person to person, but there are different solutions to tackling it. Now, all these things still goes back to the root cause of what actually caused. I don't know if you're getting.
Yes, I get you.
Of what caused their mood swing. Now, sorry, before I talk about all this, I have to say something.
Okay.
Now, mood swings now are often mistaken for having a strong emotion.
Okay.
Good. Now, one who cries often or someone who gets angry easily isn't necessarily suffering from swings. No. But they just have a stronger emotion. But should mood swing occur when you can go from happy to sad in a moment without anything apparently happening? That is it. Like you just flip the switch just like that. That is mood swing. Some came up
Okay.
that people switch sometimes without no reason. There's no cause, which I believe to be wrong. There has to be a cause.
Sure.
Now, going back to the treatment, now going back to how we can help ourselves get better. Now, the first thing is for you to identify
What causes
your
it?
mood swing.
Sure.
You have to understand it, which is called, or which I call mindfulness. You have to be
Mindfulness.
mindful of your mood swing. You have to understand it. If you understand your problem, that is when you can alter solution.
True. Very true.
So it is not each and every one of us that could understand problems. Some of us, when we find ourselves angry, we cannot solve it because we overreact whenever we are angry.
True. Very true.
At the cause of anger, we are not aware of the things that we could do. So it is only when you understand that, oh, if I'm having swings, these are the things that, okay, I don't want people around me. Somebody could just talk, I could just slap the person, or I could just slam the door on anybody, or I could just insult anybody whenever. Everybody does not understand that that is swing. They might think you're just like that. So until you get to understand, you should be mindful. Mindfulness entails understanding your swings, and let alone that is when we can be able to say, okay, this is the solution to your problem. Now, the solution could be mindfulness, it could be therapy, going for counseling for you to be able to still better understand your swings well and what is causing it. It could be exercise for some people. You go for a walk, or you can take a jog with music. You can do music therapy too. You can listen to music depending on your mood. You can listen to a slow,
Whatever.
sober music or a loud one, depending on the one that will help you. And diet is one of the important things that we don't put into consideration. The food we eat
We take in. Very true.
determines our mood. So if you
Wow.
don't feel like they used to say, a hungry man is an angry man. So obviously, what do you expect? This is angry, and you cannot be eating akpu, gari, and all these things every day without getting angry too. It's not possible. You can't do it too. You have to be able to be subliminal. You have to be able to eat good, take fruits. All these things helps. There's one thing we call corpus callosum.
Corpus
That's the
callosum.
fiber that connects corpus callosum.
Okay.
All these things are band of fibers. It helps them get better. Your cognition, you reason well. When you eat good food, you're able to relax. I think you're understanding, right?
Yes, I am.
Good. So depending, all I can tell you is the solution to this mood swing is all depending on the cause. So once we find the cause and trace the solution.
Wow, thank you so much, Oluwadamilona. In fact, even things that even I personally like, I didn't know before. Yes, I've been able to learn something from today's interview, and like you've said, the solution to the problem is all dependent on the cost, and that is one
Yeah.
very big lesson that everyone, I'm very sure even our viewers, have been able to grasp today. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for allowing us to fetch from your bountiful stream of knowledge on this topic, understanding mood swings. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All
Thank
right,
you
have
very much
yourself a
for
lovely day.
thank
Wow, okay. Did you hear that, people? Your mood swings could be caused by social factors, psychological factors, and according to Oluwadamilola, the psychologist, he also said that it can be inherited. All of these things are not entirely bad if only you can understand the root cause of your mood swing. I mean, you're feeling down today. You could ask yourself, what is making me feel down today? Okay, why am I so grumpy all of a sudden? Is it because I did not have breakfast? Because some of us, whenever we don't eat in the morning, whenever we don't have our breakfast, whenever we don't, eat lunch, or we skip a meal, we tend to be grumpy. I mean, it's understandable, right? Because when you need food to do a lot of things. You need food to be agile. You need food to be active. So that could just be the reason as to why your mood swing is down. Or it could just be that you're tired, right? And you need to rest. Like Oluwadamilola said, before you can provide solution, right, to any problem, be it your mood swings, you need to first understand the root cause, and then you can help yourself out. And if you see that you've done all of these things, you've been able to ask yourself, oh, these are the reasons as to why, you've been able to establish the causes as to why you're having these mood swings, and you're unable to walk it through on your own, you can actually seek professional help. I mean, that's why we have all of them out there. We have experts, and like a psychologist, for example, right? You can seek all of this help. They will help you they will walk you through the process of you feeling bad, grumpy, or even having a low mood. Because trust me, with mood swings comes low energy, frustration, anger, sadness, and you do not want people around you to perceive or take the wrong idea about you, or have the wrong idea rather about you. So yes, understanding your mood swing is very, very important, and I hope you've been able to learn something from today's interview.